evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Victor Dmitrich Huliganov. I wanted to sing you a song this evening. It's a nice song. I don't know it very well because I didn't hear it many times, even though I did buy the album. But it's time to give it a try. Because I got a karaoke track of it and I want to try it out. It's quite interesting. It's by a group called Keane, so if you're keen on listening to Keane song done by me, carry on listening. It says, I walked across an empty land. Yeah, it's a little bit funny to have land which is completely empty. Usually it's not really empty. In fact, he contradicts himself in the next line. He says, I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. If the land has a pathway on it, it's not really empty, because pathway is of course a kind of use of land, but it's probably been a little bit pedantic. I felt the earth beneath my feet, sat by the river, and it made me complete. I'm not entirely sure what a person needs to be complete. Maybe he didn't have the requisite percentages of water in his body and needed to drink from the river. I think probably he meant I sat by the river and it made me compete. It made him feel competitive to watch the water rushing by, so he wanted to compete with somebody and rush by as well. Oh simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old. Not me, of course. The guy in the song. I wouldn't be getting old, would I? So tell me when you're going to let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So basically, he's gone to this person's house, knocked on the door and said, tell me when you're going to let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. Well, if you're tired, you probably don't want to begin, you more want to end, but that wouldn't rhyme. So it says, I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. Maybe it's a kind of oxymoron, so that, you know, although they're tired, you want to begin something. To make you think about what he means. Well, I think about it and I still don't know, but it's kind of, you know, it's a rhyme. I came across a fallen tree. He probably refers to the fall of man in Genesis. I felt the branches of it looking at me, this anthropomorphic idea, a little bit like Goethe in Welcome and Farewell gives the oak tree 1,000 eyes. Of course, trees don't really have eyes, usually, but in poetry they can, because it's an image. I felt the branches of this fallen tree looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? So, he's not sure where he is, but things change. You know, he doesn't love this person, or this person doesn't love him anymore, but he still has a subconscious reaction, the subconscious retention of this love. Newton says for every action is equal and opposite reaction. But also it's true to say that for every conscious action, like stopping to love, is the equal and opposite subconscious reaction that you continue to love. Anyway, or simple thing, where have you gone? The repetition of the earlier refrain. And this is this. And if you mean it, why don't we go? Talk about it somewhere only we know. So, he's inviting this person to go to a place which only he knows it exists, and this other person. It isn't on any map, it isn't on any census. It was built underground by these two people when they were in love. They took very secretly machines what they didn't own, they didn't register them, they hired them for tool hire place, and under this forest where these branches were looking, they dug a big underground bunker, and they disguised it so that nobody knew that it was there but these two people. Nobody else ever went down there. Like in Lost, it was like a hatch, and you had to know the lottery numbers in order to open the hatch. Even the dynamite won't blow it up. So it was the place that only those two people know. And he still remembers the numbers, because they were his first telephone number, what he put in as the code. And he can still remember, and so he say, if you got a minute, we can go down there. Probably some of the baked bean tins which we left down there before, when we thought there would be nuclear war, probably some of them could still be alright, past the date, but you know, it says sell by date, doesn't say eat by date. So let's go for a minute to a place that you and I know that nobody else knows. Yes, our little nuclear shelter, where we were going to repopulate the planet from in the event of nuclear war. So he's inviting that person to go back down again, to relive the dream of surviving nuclear attack with him. Look, if you've got a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, could be the 4-minute warning. We need to get back down into this bunker we made before. This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go this place that only we know? In a sense, when you think about it, it was very circumspect of them to make a place in secret. Because if other people knew about this survival bunker, you can imagine they would do anything to get in with them, even if it meant stopping them go down. They would say, why do you survive and not us? The world is about to explode and you think that you will survive, not us. They will stop him, like in War of the Worlds. They wouldn't let the people cross the bridge. So he did very well to keep it secret. So it's very interesting. Anyway, I gave you the analysis of the lyrics, so now you know what the song means. And now I would like to sing it for you, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it. If not, then at least you can be glad that yet so far 4-minute warning didn't happen, and you still got time to build your bunkers if you want to. Keane, Somewhere Only We Know, performed by Victor Dmitrich Huliganov. Takes a while to load this file. I walked across an empty land. I knew this pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me compete. Oh simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need some things to rely on. So tell me when you gonna let me in that bunker. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. Came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. I'm gonna tell me you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So if you've a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know. This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know. Oh, simple things, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you've a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know. Why don't we go somewhere there is we know?